Hi, my name is Lenard, founder and CEO of Ailytics. We specialize in providing video analytics solutions for heavy industries. Today, I'm going to talk about Vision AI, how our customers have benefited from it in their day-to-day operations, and how it's impacting the world. If you walk into any construction site in Singapore, you will notice a couple of things. One is you may notice someone staring in front of a large, 55, 75-inch TV screen, looking at 10 to 20 to 30 number of cameras, looking out for safety issues. Humans work alongside with a lot of heavy machineries, a lot of big moving parts, cranes lifting objects, vehicles moving around. It's impossible for a human to monitor 20 cameras at any one point in time. He will also get fatigued. So there are a lot of things that can slip through the cracks. The other thing on what happens is the safety team at site, they do manual site walks and site inspections as well. What often happens when we do those site walks with them is that, yes, while we are doing the site walks, we spot these issues, we let the workers or subcontractors know that they should not do this. But sometimes we know that when we leave that area, they may go back to their old behavior. It's important for everyone to play a role when it comes to safety and for tech to also come into play to enable these teams to have better safety policies and procedures as well. In terms of cameras being at these locations and heavy industries, they are already not something that is uncommon. So most of the time, what they are being used for is to just record and store footage. In the event of an incident or accident, the site team would then leverage on these recordings to then investigate what happened. However, what we are trying to do now is to really bring life to these cameras to give the site team real-time insights and notifications on what's actually happening on the ground, whether it's unsafe acts or anything going wrong with any non-compliances, so that they can take action in a more timely manner. They can prevent certain things from happening and prevent certain behaviors from reoccurring as well. We leverage heavily on Vision AI, which means that we are taking an input, whether it's a series of frames, images, or videos, and processing them in real time to produce some kind of analysis and alerts. And essentially how Vision AI works is that the AI algorithms are trained to recognize objects and scenarios as well as actions that we have taught the AI to learn in terms of what is considered unsafe, what is considered a security risk or not, and the AI would then learn over time through all this training, through all these on-site deployments that we have at customer sites to then understand these contextual scenarios of what is happening on site. And if the AI detects any of these scenarios happening with a certain percentage of confidence, it will then flag out as a potential hazard or a non-compliance to the site team. In terms of accuracy, I think that's the biggest question on, for any AI vendor. What we always say in this particular industry is that if your AI accuracy is less than 70%, it's probably equal to 0%. So we train the AI to learn on structures rather than color. We have our own proprietary algorithms to convert 2D to 3D scenes with a single camera that unlocks new potential use cases that were not achievable before. We have built our own transformers to even detect objects at extremely long ranges in outdoor dynamic environments in low light conditions as well. So all this comes into play to essentially ensure that we have a very robust AI system that can work in these harsh conditions and still deliver accuracy results from 80 to 95% or upwards as well. But what's most important to the end users is what is the use case. And generally, this use case means that you would need either a series of detections or a series of checks or sequences in order to make it useful for them when the alert comes into play. For example, let's say when we detect whether a worker is going too close to heavy machinery, we have to do a few things. We have to detect whether the machinery is there, whether the worker is there, whether the machinery is operating or not operating. We have to calculate the radius around the machinery. We have to check whether the feet of the worker is inside this radius, and we need to see for how long he is inside this radius before we trigger an alert. So all these series of checks and AI processing has to be done in real time across multiple cameras in order for the system to be meaningful and to send meaningful alerts in terms of use cases to the end user. The field of Vision AI, I think it's going through a phase of what the world has experienced with large language models recently, right? Large language models have really impacted the way we do natural language processing, but the Vision AI space has not really been impacted that much yet. But we have seen early signs and trends emerging of multimodal AI systems or vision AI systems that are able to handle more contextual scenes and understanding relationship between objects within a scene as well by default, which can come in handy when we talk about scaling to any types of industries or use cases. I hope you guys learn a thing or two about how our vision AI systems are impacting the heavy industries. This industry does not tend to have a lot of limelight compared to other sectors, maybe finance, right, or generative AI nowadays. The problem that we're trying to solve with the safety at site, this is a global problem, and we do hope that our solutions can impact the lives of these workers and these teams meaningfully. My name is Lenard, founder and CEO of Ailytics, signing out. Thank you.